Okay, guys, come on. We have to try and do this in one take. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I clearly couldn't do this in one take, but the team of Adolescence could, and they've done such a wonderful job. Well, in today's episode of Binge Watch, we are talking about Adolescence. So here goes. Okay, so Adolescence has been created by Jack Thorne and Stephen Graham, and all episodes are directed by Philip Barantini. Adolescence shows how one family's life spirals when 13-year-old Jamie is arrested and charged with the murder of a female classmate, Katie. Jamie's father, Eddie, initially refuses to believe his son could have committed such a crime until he is shown CCTV footage of Jamie attacking Katie after a late-night argument. Well, now that we've spoken about the plot of Adolescence Season 1, let's talk about fun facts right here on Binge Watch. Okay, so here are two fun facts about Adolescence Season 1. Firstly, something that caught everyone's attention is the fact that each episode, all the 4 episodes, are shot in one take. Well, there have been rigorous rehearsals that the whole team did. They shot one episode multiple times, and the whole episode has been shot in one take, which is phenomenal. And let's talk about the second fun fact. Well, this show, Adolescence, is of course a UK-based show, and it's been created in the UK, and it broke the records of viewership. Well, it became the highest viewed series in UK, and that's an incredible feat. Well, now it's time for main character right here on Binge Watch, and I'm going to be telling you who, according to me, is the main character from Adolescence Season 1. Well, the main character for me has to be Jamie from Adolescence. He's a 13-year-old who's struggling with isolation and online influences. He gets sucked into toxic incel culture, which messes with his views on relationships. When his crush Katie rejects him after being bullied online, it sends him into a dark place, leading to him tragically killing her. The show highlights how social media and personal struggles can spiral out of control. Well, it's time for standout roles, and for me, the standout role from Adolescence Season 1 has to be the role of Eddie Miller, played by Stephen Graham, who's of course the co-creator of the show as well, and let me tell you why. Jamie's dad, trying to support his son despite the tough situation, torn between family loyalty and harsh reality. Well, it's time for highlights right here on Binge Watch, and according to me, the most impactful scene was from episode 3, and here's why. Okay, so in episode 3, we get to see Jamie having an argument with the psychologist Briony, and the way he confesses to her about how he killed the person is intense, and I would really urge for you to go and see that scene again, because it has some masterfully crafted acting, and it's really intense, and it actually unravels the character and what Jamie has been holding inside for a very long time. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Binge Watch, but before I go, I would like to suggest 2 shows to you in this part of the show that we like to call If You Like This, Then What Can You Watch? And my first suggestion for you will be Euphoria. Here's why. Well, Euphoria for its raw look at teenage struggles. Well, my second suggestion would be The Fall. If you like crime dramas that explore psychological depth, a psychological thriller that examines the life of 2 hunters. One is a serial killer who stalks his victims in and around Belfast, and the other is a talented detective superintendent from the MET who is brought to catch him. Well, this show has garnered a lot of positive responses, and everyone's talking about it. And yes, 4 episodes that you can go and check out on Netflix. It's a limited series. We really don't know if we'll have a second season to this very show, but all in all, a wonderful viewing experience. The themes are very intense, and that brings us to the end of today's episode of Binge Watch. If you're liking what we're doing, please like this video. Comment down your favorite moments from Adolescence. We would also love to know if you want us to cover some other show or movie series, and share this with family and friends, and subscribe to Radio 1 International. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
94.3 Radio 1.